After 2 weeks off, we're back for Suzuka, round 8 in the Mad Racing League. Here's my hot lap taken from the hour-long qualifying session. It was so difficult to find open track to put in a good lap. You can see the turn-in of the car through turn 1 and 2 is just fantastic. And then heading into the S-curves. This wasn't my best rhythm lap, but I had no traffic, so I was able to get within half a second of the pole time. I think everyone could have gone a second faster overall if we could get our best sectors together. But as you can see, the closing distance with GT3 is just immense. Now heading into the Degner curve in turn 9. See, I downshifted twice for those turns. Normally I would just downshift once, so here's the hairpin. So tricky. You gotta be really careful on the throttle through there. Car feels super stable heading down to Spoon. I was doing 4th gear through here, but on this lap I hadn't quite found that rhythm yet. You can chase it to the outside there, but it's easy to get it out of bounds. Now finally heading down to 130R, the infamous 130R. Flat, very stable. And I nail the braking zone there. Really good. Maybe I could have gone an extra 10 meters deep, but that was a pretty good braking zone. So I just put on new tires. I'm about half fuel. And then these two LMP2 cars come out of the pits. I don't know why. They knew I was coming. I don't know why they finished exiting the pits. They should have yielded. Now we're coming through here. I'm like, all right, this is going to screw everything. Oh my God. And
we were trying to let you go, Matt.
Sure, but that was the racing line.
Sorry.
That was awkward.
So I could have set a faster lap, maybe with traffic, but unfortunately I qualified 5th. Here's the start of the race. I didn't have a great jump, so I got beat off the line by 6th. And then 7th gets a pretty good slipstream coming down here into turn 1. I send it back down the inside, but cold tires, cold brakes, not much opportunity to get a pass. Entering through the S's here, you can see it's pretty much line astern. There wasn't a move until the hairpin. You see 5th place make a run and dive down a plume of smoke from a lockup maybe. Here's the onboard with a... Oh my God, he barely got it stopped. It was more of a crash avoidance than a pass attempt. Here it is from my perspective. You can see that tire smoke. He screws up his exit. Kind of jumbles everybody up a little bit on the back here. So I've got a bit of a run and I'm thinking, all right, I'll head down to Spoon. This is the most dangerous thing to do, is try to go side by side into Spoon entry. Usually the guy on the outside, which would be me, would get pushed wide, but the two cars in front of me go wide, therefore I kind of follow them. So now going into lap 2, I get a great exit out of the final turn to now make a pass attempt. Got the inside line. Aubrey yields, and I'm able to get back up to 6th. Later in lap 2, heading down to the hairpin. Oh my God, how did I get it stopped? I was on the throttle just a little bit too late with cold tires. I thought I was gonna hit him. So now we're gonna head down to Spoon. Whoa, we see Cody in front have a moment. He's still there having a moment. Here it is onboard looking back. You can see the rear end step out. He hits the bumpers. It goes even more so. A pretty good save to not hit a wall. Now, we're going to go on board Andrew, and you can see Cody spin out there. And this creates a great opportunity for Andrew. I'm surprised he's actually not He's getting a bit of a draft here somehow. You see me in front do a very dramatic cut-in. But they're actually going to go side by side into the casino chicane. Awesome, clean racing from these two. Aubrey holds them off, but we'll switch onboard Chris, who was watching this battle going into lap 3. And Andrew's got a pretty good slipstream effect going on here, and he doesn't even hesitate. He is sending it turn 1. So now he's in 6th place behind me. So here I am, lap 3. Going in through the hairpin. Whoa, big wiggle. It's so hard to get traction out of that turn normally, especially in this car in first gear. So much torque. I stayed in it. If we look down ahead, we're actually running into the first GT3 traffic on lap 6. And you can see, oh, there's already a guy off the road. You can see how much quicker we are, how easy it is to get held up. On board Elliott, he's in 2nd place here, chasing down Michael. Going through the S's. Heading up the Bianchi curve, but oh, a GT3 cuts across and puts him nose first. Oh no. He decides to reset to the pits. Now we get to see, looking backwards on Alan's car, that he's got damage. He should have yielded. Oh, he didn't even see that LMP2 coming. You can see a bit of a flinch there once he realized it. Here I go through. Oh my god. Lots of speed. And so now me and Justin have got to clear this GT3 car, the car that at this point I didn't realize there was an incident, but we know now that he's not going to get out of the way very effectively. He takes the inside line and brakes, so I thought, okay, maybe I can swing up and get better exit speed. Andrew's behind me and decides to take the apex. We decide to then split Alan. Oh, Andrew hits him. This was so awesome from my perspective. I was hoping he didn't cut across. You can see me take that inside line. No incident, thank God. So now moving on to lap 8, still lapping GT3 traffic. You can see there's just cars everywhere. Andrew's behind me here. Gets a bit of run on me and puts his nose where he shouldn't have. Just because you can put your car there doesn't mean you should. I mean, I'm not in an opportunity to even accommodate that. Heading into the hairpin, same lap, still on board Andrew. Runs into the back of me. No damage, thankfully, on that. That was a 0 contact. Meanwhile, on lap 8 with me. Behind Miles here. We're coming up through GT3 traffic. It's like, oh my god, can I send it through? I thread the needle going up the back straight, heading down towards 130R. Here it is from the nose camera. It was tough because I had to swing across a little bit, but they accommodate. And then Andrew flashes his lights and they're able to let him through as well. So as I'm heading down here to 130R, I'm thinking, oh man, this might be a passing opportunity on Miles, but there's a yellow flag, there's a car spun out, so that ruins that opportunity. We'll go on board Bradley, so this is what happened ahead of us. 130R eats too much curb. Oh, we've all done that. Spins across the track, somehow does not get collected. Now, lap 9 into the hairpin. Whoa! I get clobbered. Switch to the wing camera. You could see Andrew just smoke me. Oh my god. I mean, just because you can't put
you keep turning into me.
What? I keep turning into you? You had no right being there, dude. No right being there. On the lap 10, I lost 2 positions on that. So now on the lap 10, I'm behind Aubrey again. Getting a great slipstream, heading up to 130R. I whip it out to the side. I eat some grass, but get the pass done for 5th place on the outside of 130R. Woo! Here's onboard Jeff. Had a good perspective on that. Look at him flinch as I came across and get the pass done. Aubrey did brake a little bit. That was very gentleman of him. So that was on lap 10. So I'm able to hold this lead for a while, but by lap 13, I make a slight mistake. The car is so stiff. You cannot touch the major curbs around this track. It just steps right out. I totally screwed up. Now I'm lap 14 heading into hairpin. I'm having all kinds of issues. I'm not sure if I'm hunting around with a brake bias. Maybe my temperature is overheated. I'm not sure, but by lap 16, oh my God, I come into the pits to do the mandatory fuel stop. Meanwhile, on lap 17, while I'm in the pits, here's Andrew. I don't have a perspective on it, but he ends up going into the wall. His car is done. He would retire from the race. This is why I didn't protest him for his move on me. He retired, and we talked afterwards. He apologized for it, so overall, no harm done. Lap 18, I'm now out of the pits, trying to come up through traffic, but we got some AMs here battling in the GT3 class. I managed to come through here, coming down the back straight, but I zone out. This is like a brain fart. I don't know why I drifted across like that. No excuse. And of all people to do that against, that's actually the league organizer, Jerry. I almost completely mistakenly take him out for no reason. Can't believe I avoided that. Oh, Lord. By lap 19, Audrey comes out of the pits, and I should have passed on the outside, but I didn't, and I get stuck in his dirty air. Now, there's a lot happening here, but I wanted to do a comparison between dirty air on the left and clean air on the right. You can go back and re-watch this again, and you can see how there's some understeer. I'm turning the wheel more to try and get back into the racing line as I'm getting kind of pushed wide via the slips. And oh, and here in the orange on the right, you can see how much time I lost by being in the dirty air. A little side-by-side comparison. So if you ever hear about dirty air versus clean air, there's a good visual example. Lap 19, later that lap, coming down and chasing him, but I had to yield there for this GT3. And it just throws me off a little bit, and I totally screw up, lock up my brakes, and have to go through Casino. So that would basically be my challenge for 4th. Done and dusted right there. Later on, I'd have another close incident coming up the back straight. Oh, he makes room now, but they were racing for position. So that was a close call, I thought, and I'm able to kind of sneak around there. But anyway, last lap, there's a battle for second coming down between Justin and Miles. We're on board Justin here. See this GT3 kind of block him. I mean, there was an inside line there. Considering how light the fuel load is, maybe Justin could have sent it, and Miles is able to close right up on him. These two are battling in the LMP2 championship. Switching backwards, looking at Miles, try and watch this dirty air again. Look how Miles is just falling back, falling back, falling back. It's so hard to stay close for all the twisty bits, but coming down in the hairpin, he would have had a shot, but Miles goes wide there, so he won't have a shot at hairpin. Now down to 130R aboard Justin. He had to hold up for the GT3, but he braked significantly. Look how close Miles gets here. Apparently Justin only had any car contact. He would have got a penalty. So they go side by side. We see Miles try to get something done, but his rear tires are cooked. He's got nothing. Race is over. They're tied in the LMP championship. Can't wait for next week.